Hey ladies and gents, it's Jimmy here, and I'm ill, as you might be able to hear in my voice, a bit bunged up, but oh well. I wanted to bring you guys a video on the karts. Well, I had to choose things, had a big talking point of the sim racing world at the moment, and had a good long play with them yesterday, up until about 4 AM last night playing with a friend of mine from TeamSpeak, and what fun! What fantastic fun these little karts are. I mean, I've driven I've been fortunate enough to drive a couple of karts in real life, not anything like this. This is the Formula F1 kart thing, you know, the one that goes about 90 miles an hour in a straight line, which is pretty damn ridiculous, just speeds up on you. But some of the characteristics are feeling pretty similar to that of what I experienced in the real thing, which is something obviously that us sim racers strive to achieve when driving. This is the first the first mod, not even a mod, sorry, it's base content from ISI, or updated content I should say, oh dear. And I got on this, sat down with my wheel, and I felt like I was actually there, driving a kart around a track, which is, from the get-go, is pretty insane, and you know, props to ISI for that. A couple of things that I'm going to talk about today. First things first is going to be how this, you know, kind of a bit. I thought about doing this as a mod center, but it's not really a mod, so I thought I'd try and do something similar, but with a talky driving thing, as my driving is atrocious because I'm ill here. That's the excuse, definitely. The feedback you get for the wheel from this I'm gonna keep saying mod, but you know what I mean. From this kart is really quite something. Like I'm getting an extraordinary level of detail from the of information from the road through the wheel here, through the force feedback, and it really is very impressive. I mean, obviously I've been one of the supporters of rFactor 2 and its driving physics since I was fortunate enough to first drive it. But this is a different level of awesome. I mean, you match this up with a ISI made track, and this game looks like it could be, you know, it's starting to go in the right direction, which is really nice, because obviously I made the rFactor 2 video about how sad I was, but how it was awful, and this isn't awful, you know, this is great, this is awesome fun. You just hear my thoughts about there as I go over the curb. They remind me not to do that. I mean, I'm driving now about 85%, 80%, really not pushing it too much, just because I'm trying to talk at the same time. But I know where every single bump in this track is, I know where I can be, where I can't be. I know how bouncy that last sector is, especially around here. I'm driving one of the shorter circuits of the Quebec kart track at the moment. And it's all fantastic. I mean, there has been criticism, because obviously I try and do a tiny bit of research before I talk about stuff, about this mod not being realistic as a kart. And Empty Box made a very good point in one of his videos, saying that this is we're playing with toy wheels. What people don't seem to understand about sim racing is, oh my god, full feedback as I barrel into the wall, is that, go back out there again, that you're feeling all the forces that a kart in this instance has to offer, but only through the wheel. You aren't, obviously in kart racing you're so low to the ground, a lot of the feel comes through your backside. You know, you can feel when the kart's going to get loose, you can feel the bumpiness of the track. You can't feel that here, because unless you're very fortunate on one of these really high-tech movie abouty motion sim rig things, and I've got a seat and a wheel, so even, you know, that's considered pretty decent. you aren't going to feel the exact sort of feeling as you would in the real life kart without all that equipment. Just go get a new kart if you're going to do that, because the kart's a fairly cheap thing to race compared to most cars and tracks and whatever. But the real point is that even though I'm only getting the feedback through the wheel, I'm still having a really good experience. I can still feel everything I need to feel to be able to go fast in these cars, which is really damn impressive, and you know, much respect there. I've never really driven any karts in sim games before. I always focus on the really big, heavy 1970s, 1960s muscle cars. So this is like about as far as I can get from driving one of those, and I drove it for about 4 hours straight last night. I just enjoyed every moment of it. I mean, did a couple of online races that were pretty fun. Not many people driving at that time of night, but there's still some people up. There are some really interesting wet dry races, which I'll also talk about in a second, because it's something I do want to touch on, because rFactor 2, whilst it is getting there, there are still points that need refining. There you go. There's something else I want to talk about is damage as well. It's really kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Come on, common. There you go. I'm sorry, mine isn't working. To see mods like this, same mods again, when they're kind of made as a kart, to have no damage, to be like, you know, the bumper cars, they're fine. This is the first time I've driven anything that involves a kart with damage. Like, I can quite easily put it in the wall and bend something, and it won't go in a straight line anymore. You know, that kind of classic iRacing style of you've hit a wall, therefore you can't drive in a straight line anymore. But this is different. Like, this is, I will hit a wall and I will go and turn in, and it will like pivot, and it will go over. Like, it won't roll, but it will just, the steering will kind of go boop, and you will just end up spinning and putting it in the wall. And that is so cool, because every time I've driven a car before, in well, say every time I've driven a car before, I've driven a car on arcade machines. There you go. They've not bothered to put damage or anything like that, so this is a really cool new feature, and it would be very easy for ISI not to bother with that, but they have. I mean, I'm not sure there's much visual damage yet. I've not really tested that to a massive extent, because I try to stay on the roads as much as I can, contrary to popular belief. But yeah, it's pretty damn sweet. AI are pretty good here as well. They'll race you really closely, as you kind of expect from karts. I'll try and catch this one through the course of me talking. Like I said, I'm not quite there yet with these. Really difficult to get a fast lap in, especially that last sector. You want to avoid the curb, but every part of me is a driver who drives everything that isn't a kart. Wants to just ride the curb as much as I can. Look at that. Just that constant fight between understeer and oversteer in these things is brilliant, because these they want to go round. Also, you've got the single gear, so all that power comes at the end, and it's just finicky. It's a fun finicky though. It's not that boring F1 2013 finicky. Let's try and see what we can do with this AI. Can't really move to there, can we? I tried that before. You end up just crashing into them. So go run out of here. This is such a difficult section through it. Look how bumpy it is. Like, I feel all those bumps through the wheel, all of them. So AI comes to defend. I'm used to rFactor 1 AI, where I just don't know where they are half the time. And that's how we do that. But anyway, I got caught up in a little mini battle there. Yeah, I was going to talk about the weather very quickly with this track anyway. I'm not sure if it was a bug or it's just the weather system just not done yet, because obviously there are still bugs out there. But I was driving a wet to dry race. Track was drying up, so there was a dry line, and I was on 6 on the dry line. And then for no reason, there was no rain shower. I got to this part of the track, and this little kind of black tarmac that I just went over was completely wet. I went spearing off the track and off the end of my race, so I was going too fast through there for wets. That was really weird. I'm not quite sure what caused that. Maybe just a brain fart on the server, but that was pretty sucky. Like, it kind of ruined a really nice race, a really good evening of driving. Anyone out there who wants to kind of get into sim racing and wants to do it almost the real way, like you would in a in real life, you know, you're gonna go karting first and you pick your poison after that. This is such a great like crash, such a great little starting block. I can't see to my left. Hope no one's coming. It teaches you line. And smoothness and everything you need to be a decent kind of a sim racer. And I'm saying that about rFactor 2. I'm saying that rFactor 2 can teach you this, and I'm getting this from this game. I feel that I could go and go and give a kart a go after I've in real life after I've driven this, and that's what sim racing is all about at the end of the day, isn't it? So I'm really very impressed by ISR this one. It makes me think that rFactor 2 is going to be alright, you know. Although it's made some mistakes in the past, it's now starting to put out some really quality content. And you know, you match stuff like this. If you had this online, in a kind of, I hate mentioning iRacing when talking about rFactor 2, but if you had like an iRacing style online with this sort of track and this sort of cars, it would be magic. It wouldn't be put down by anyone. It would win. It would win sim racing. Tyres on the track there because I can't drive, neither can I. You can see how frustrating it is as a fan of rFactor and rFactor 2 and sim racing in general that it's not there yet. It'll be there soon. I feel like this, the perfect metaphor for rFactor 2 is just, you know, that crush of yours during high school or secondary school, wherever you're from in the world, where you know that you start off really liking them for their personality, and as they hit puberty and they flower and they become awesome, and like this is what rFactor 2 is. It's always had a nice personality to it. It's always been great inside, but not quite on the outside. Now it's starting to sort that out, and oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. It makes me very excited for this coming year of sim racing, and obviously with Assetto Corsa gathering strength, rFactor 2 doing the same in iRacing, looking to release more content, hopefully. I'm just really excited. That guy blocked me a little bit there. But I really hope that rFactor 2 can continue in this direction, because it might save itself. It might bring itself back from the brink. I mean, some people have been put off for life anyway, but no, fingers crossed that's not the case. Anyway guys, long ramble short, go and download this, go and download the track. They're both on the ISI content, so you can get them very easily off their site. I think it was down yesterday, I'm not sure if it's down today. Go and treat yourself. Just go sit down for a couple of hours, enjoy it, do a little race. I'm just doing practice right now because I don't want to race, because I just I haven't got the reactions at the moment to race. And get to know rFactor 2 again. I think that's a good thing to end this on. So, thank you for watching, guys. Lotus 79 race later on this week, so be there for that. And yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching.